Darrell here, and I'm back again with another review. This time for the movie The Siege, the 2023 film. Again, The Siege. I know it's like a ton of movies already named The Siege, so I don't want you to get this confused. This is The Siege, starring Daniel Stern, Yennis Cheung, and Samantha. I'm gonna go with I only want to butcher names. Schneisler. Forgive me. But yeah, the Siege 2023 film. And I'm just gonna say one thing. This is a Saban Films movie. So take that how you want. It's a little bit half and half. They got some bangers. Sometimes, for the majority of the time they miss. This movie initially I think came out back in March. Getting another release here. Directed by Brad Watson, and this movie is pretty short and simple. Stars and an assassin that has to go to a reassignment center, and his process in the reassignment center, he meets Juliet and Anna, who he has to survive with for the rest of the night. The first thing I thought about when I was watching this was the movie Hotel Artemis. You probably remember that, where they're in this kind of similar concept where they're at a facility, like a hospital facility, where you can get patched up for the night or whatever it was. The hospital was holy ground for the people, the assassins that are there, and can't nobody do nothing to nobody because the rules of every assassin movie. Elda and Juliet, I'm sorry, of every assassin movie that there is. And like I said, it reminds me of that. In this particular movie, Walker, he comes in after just completing the job. He gets made. Well, he didn't get made, but one of the people he was supposed to kill saw his face, and he has to get a new identity and reassign. So he comes to the facility. They quickly explain that they haven't been updated yet. So it's a lot of things that they still have old ways of doing. And in the process of him, coming to the facility, he happens to get caught up in a whole heist kidnapping, if you would say, where the bad guy wants to get back the woman that he loves, the woman that he has a kid with, by any means necessary. And that means breaking the rules of this facility and killing all those assassins and everybody that's in there. Like I said, I mean, not nothing that we haven't already seen before. Nothing new here. In terms of story, like I say, I'm not going to compare this to John Wick, because John Wick, does a little too much with the story sometimes. I feel like even with John Wick, it kind of got away from where it needed to be. But and this was short and simple to the point. Survive the night. Get out. Hold out until help arrives. XYZ. And with this, like I said, they have a different there's a variety of different people here that you go through, different assassins. Everybody's got a different style. Everybody's got a different way of doing things here. But we get our main character, Walker, who he had a traumatic event, that he has a certain code that he lives by. Never get personally involved, and he goes on about that throughout the movie as he tries to avoid helping Juliet in the situation they're in, which they're all in the situation. Overall, it's in terms of the story, like I said, nothing new there. Completely ridiculous. It was a lot of bonker scenes. Some of the writing just was definitely flat. I'm not expecting good acting here in these type of movies, but at least expecting to have a good time, and I did. I definitely had fun watching it. It's definitely worth. It was like an hour and 20 minutes or something like that. Quick watch, like I said, straight to the point. But this wouldn't have been a movie I went to the movies to see, story wise. But whatever. The action in this movie, because that's the most important part. This is a movie about assassins, So the action I thought was pretty cool. Some of it was pretty ridiculous. They have one particular scene in the movie where there's a shootout that just absolutely made no sense. And like I said, they just had a shootout that made no sense in the movie. The fights, the kills and stuff, comparable to I want to say like Mortal Kombat killing style, like some of the kills. They do a lot of headshots, a lot of cutting off body parts, blood splattering everywhere. They do a pretty good job of showing that. You can't have an assassin movie if you're not gonna have blood at least coming out of somebody. But I did definitely enjoy the scenes where the action was happening, because that is honestly the best part of the movie, despite the story kind of doing what the story needs to do. Um, like I said, I mean, like other than that, I mean, I really didn't have too many complaints in the action department. Maybe I could have used a little bit more, but a lot of gunshots, a lot of knives being used in the movie. But other than that, it was still pretty good. The like, not, there were a various amount of characters in this. We don't really get to spend a lot of time. Like, we kind of walk through the movie and just kind of casually meet people and walk by. So you don't really get to learn a lot of people's names or kind of what they do, what their background story is. Only thing we really get is we need to get the heck out of here, and they're trying to take over this facility to get Juliet and get her out. So that's about as much as you get out of that. And like I said, it's a Bond film, so like I said, take that how you will. But overall, like I said, it was still a fun movie. Not a movie I necessarily would have paid to go see or go to the movies to see, but this is definitely like a good stream, or like a little $10, buy a little $5 joint that you could buy, to rent or whatever, or if somebody gives it to you for free. But definitely a fun time. This is definitely something that I would the have you seen this movie and bring it over to everybody, check it out. But I did still walk away with a good time. I think the best thing about this movie is that it's not too long and it doesn't overstay its welcome, which is my favorite part about the movie. It gets in, it gets out, it does its job. It opens up for potential more movies. Do I want to see them? Me personally, no. But if after you watch this, you might want to see a little bit more of what this assassin is going to do. And personally, after watching it, I don't even know how there could be a sequel, because a lot happens to our main character and everybody in it. You don't know how anybody's alive at the end of this, but it is what it is. I would say that the ending I felt very satisfied with. I thought it was going to leave me kind of high and dry, but it definitely leaves you satisfied. Kind of wanting more and see where this kind of goes. But if they decide to do a sequel, I wouldn't be mad about it. Like I said, I'm not paying for it, but I wouldn't be upset if we did get more of the Siege. But I can't imagine. Then again, it's the movies. I was gonna say I can't imagine a scenario where this would happen again, but it probably will. But I do, like I said, I do recommend this. If I had to grade it myself, probably 2 out of 5, 2.5 out of 5, just because it was fun. And I had a good time with it, and I did like the characters in a lot of the fights that were throughout the movie. But just overall, like I said, I've seen it before. It's not nothing new. It's not doing anything new for the genre. And yeah, I said, if you do have an opportunity to see it, The Siege 2023 by Saban Films, starring Daniel Stern. I want to make sure I get that right. Yeah, Daniel Stern. And if you happen to see it, check it out. Don't overpay for it. But like I said, it was a good time. Like I said, if you haven't seen it, check it out. And I really don't have anything else to say about this movie other than, like I said, it was fun. But other than that, I'll catch you guys again for another review. It's been Terrell, and hopefully I can avoid more Saban films. But see you guys next time.